And now, for a podcast that nobody asked for, please welcome the sister himself, Jake Doolittle.
Alrighty, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Nobody Asked. I'm your host, Jake. Fuck, what an idiot. Speaking of idiot, I'm in a different section of my apartment today. Usually I record back there, but I've learned that, if you lose an SD card, you can't record a podcast. Did you know that? I'm sorry, did you know that? Is that like an inside trade secret? If you lose an SD card, you can't record on anything. There was just a knock at the door, and I'm not going to get it because I just started recording and I'm not starting over. So if you think that I'm starting over, you're mistaken. You're wrong. So yeah, that's about it. Today we're going to be talking about a bunch of different things, but and we've got some pretty slapping topics, I'm going to be honest. But first things first, I'm at 92,000 subscribers. And the last podcast that I posted did really, really well. Probably because it only has Trisha Paytas in the title and thumbnail. And it's my most viewed podcast yet. Good. It's good. I'm happy that I can only get views if somebody else's name is in the title. I guess that's not true, but I think it's really funny to be like, no, yeah, I'm a YouTuber. Oh my God, you're a YouTuber? What do? You vlog or do skits? No. I actually just talk about other people on the internet. So that's my day-to-day. Every day I go online and I try to find some scumbag to talk about. It's a pretty good job. It's a pretty lucrative business. But yeah, I've been uploading daily for like the last 8 days. And hey, it's been insane. Is it good for my mental health? Probably not. Is it good for growth on YouTube? Abso-fucking-lutely. And I'm going to do it for as long as I can. Like looking ahead, taking any kind of break makes me uncomfortable because it's like, all right, that's a day where I'm not making money. And I like putting shit out because I get a lot more viewers and subscribers, and YouTube starts to like favor my channel. So therefore I'm going to do it. And like in my head, I'm thinking at this rate, I could get like 110,000 subscribers by January because I'm supposed to hit 100K in like 20 days, I think. But it might be less. So that's not scary. That's good. I'm not terrified by that at all. Where am I going to get my plaque shipped to? Do I get it shipped to this apartment or my apartment back home? No, I'll get it shipped here. That's my impression of a YouTuber who doesn't know what to do. That's my impression of a YouTuber whose biggest struggle in life is where they're going to put their 100K plaque. Guys, what the fuck? What am I going to do? Am I going to put it in the background? Am I going to what am I going to do? I could be one of those idiots and like melt it down. When people like go, what's inside of a silver play button? Is it actual silver? It's not. Tell you right now, it's not. But I am super excited because I've worked with a lot of channels where I've had to like place their 100K plaque order, and that's been difficult for me to be like, no, yeah, congrats. No, yeah, congrats. You're crushing it. I wish I had one. And I'm like, which address do you want this at? And they're like, oh, yeah, I'll do this at the vacation home. Fuck. God. Imagine that's me. in like 2 years. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to the vacation home. What? Unsubscribe from me. Are you kidding? If I ever go, yeah, I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna be at the vacation home. Jesus. Relatability goes right out the window. You seen fucking Emma Chamberlain's house where it's like she had an apartment in San Francisco where she first started making videos. Also, apartment in San Francisco. Whoa, you're already rich. Whoa, you're already rich. Move outside of San Francisco. That's fine. But like her house now is like a $10 million house and it's just her living there. What are you doing? It's in the middle of LA in like Beverly Hills or something. Is that not a waste of money? I mean, like, it's probably cool to live there. Like, it's probably super exciting to have one of the biggest houses in Los Angeles as a 20-something-year-old. But, you know, am I jealous? Yes. Yes, it's fine. And yes, there's a fucking cop car driving by because I live in a city. It's good. It's great. I love it. God, I want to go home. Holy shit. No, yeah. Guys, I'm not recording, I promise. No, guys, I'm not recording. It's fine. It's fine. You can just do that all you want. Yeah, I love that. Also, I love that I'm filming here because I didn't get a 32 gigabyte SD card. Like, I'm just the laziest person in the world. It's fine. I'm super excited. Like, I had a dream last night. This is completely off topic, but I mean, you don't watch this podcast for me to stay on topic. Is somebody breaking into my apartment? What's happening? I had a dream last night that I would buy like a house for Hannah and I, like our forever home. I don't know, like not anytime soon, of course, but like much later down the road. And I would build an indoor basketball court. Oh, how fun would that be? That was my dream that I had last night. And then I was like, oh shit, maybe I could put the padding around the room and then put a mirror on one side of the room and like set up speakers so that I could also have like a dance room. How cool would that be? Because I love hip and hopping. So like might as well give it a shot. And then I thought about it logistically and I was like, well, when am I going to get to the point where like $100,000 addition on a house like isn't a big deal? Probably not anytime soon. I'm not like these other commentary creators that are making money up their hoo-has. I'm here, working my hardest, trying my best, trying to build a podcast, trying to build a channel for my lovely girlfriend, which I might actually upload on today. Who knows? But like, I'm going to be honest. I'm spending a lot of my money on experiences with my girlfriend so that we don't rip our hair out while we're in the middle of a city that we don't necessarily enjoy. I'm going to be fully honest. We went to DC last week and it was really fun because Hannah loves DC and so do I. And just like exploring around there was a fucking blast. And of course we got like a hotel room and it was like gas and it was like food and it was all that stuff. So it wasn't cheap. And we went to a basketball game, which I was super excited for. And then we got there and it sucked. The basketball game sucked. I was so excited. I'm not going to talk about sports for long, but hear me out. We were at the game. I was so pumped up. I was like, yeehaw, yeehaw, Washington Wizards versus Chicago Bulls. Let's go. Okay. And, not made of money. Tickets were $20 each, and they were in the nosebleeds. Okay. So far up that when you look down, you got dizzy. Didn't really add to the experience of the game. And then I realized that DC is a big college city, so it felt like Maine. Felt like where we live in Maine. But what I loved was that there were just an immeasurable amount of drunk people getting up at every timeout, grabbing more drinks, screaming at each other, not watching the game, talking about their majors, talking about hot chicks. And Hannah and I are here going, I want to see Kristaps Porzingis shoot a 3-pointer. Nobody's going to get that reference, but I want to see this guy shoot a 3-pointer. And then like things would happen during the game and they would like be like like laughing. Shut the fuck up. You're irrelevant. Oh, you want to see something cool in the background? I wonder if you can see it. 2 days ago, I think, I have this metal water bottle. And I was like so excited because sometimes I do editing on the couch, which is like the best feeling in the world because it's like comfortable and I can like relax. And I lay on my stomach and I like kick my little feet in the air and I go, this is so nice. And I put a pillow under my chest and I go type, you know? So as I was doing that, I was holding onto my computer and this and maybe a coffee. Do you think the coffee dropped? No. This dropped and shattered that glass table back there. So there's currently glass all over the floor. I picked up majority of the pieces, but have I swept it? No. And I keep finding glass pieces on the floor. What the fuck? Come on. Stop that. Stop with all the glass pieces. We don't need all of them. Clean up yourselves. Good Lord. Yeah, but anyways, the game was not as fun as we wanted it to be, and I was looking forward to it because it was like the home opener. It was the first game of the season. I was like, yes, Queens. And then it wasn't fun because we could hear every conversation. There were so many people there, and the seats were set up so that it felt like there was a guy behind me who was like for some reason, when he reached down to his drink, it felt like he caressed the back of my head. So he would go, and then pick up his drink and then like bump his drink against my head. And I'm like, I hope you fucking got lice or dandruff in there, you asshole. Stop drinking. We know you're going to fucking drive home. You're not taking an Uber. You spent all your money on this drink, on this $15 beer. I know that. You're going to stumble your way to a car and then drive. God. What a doofus. Am I right? And then the next day, Hannah and I went to the Natural History Museum, which was super cool. And then I got us tickets to like the Wizards have like a team that's worse than the Wizards. It's all the people who didn't make the Wizards, but are like better than people who aren't playing. So I got us tickets for that for next weekend, so that because it's a much smaller venue, and we like watching basketball. I like watching like specific players, but if you want to see like LeBron James play up close, it's like $600 a ticket, so that's not going to happen. So we're going to watch I don't know, John Doe play really up close for $20 a ticket. So that's really good. This weekend we are going to a soccer game because, as I told you, I'm spending all my money on distracting ourselves from just being alone during the weekends. And tomorrow is the National Women's Soccer League Championships, which I'm super excited about because it's something to do, and the tickets were so cheap because it's a women's sport. If it was a men's sport, they would be charging a lot more. But since there's this sexism in sports, misogyny in sports, the tickets for the National Women's Soccer League Championships, I don't know, $30. Jesus. Parking's more expensive than the fucking ticket itself. So we're going to that, which I'm super excited about. And we're vlogging as well. I don't know where the vlog camera went, but I bought a vlog camera for Hannah as a little surprise. And so that's also where all my money's going. So that's good. But at least I have the money to distract ourselves. At least we're not here just depressed with no money. Like, I mean, there's some stuff like I'm not selling Like I used to, I think I probably said this on the podcast before, but like I was selling like everything I owned. Like, okay, I've got like this fucking helmet that's worth $20, and I'll list this on eBay for 10, and then with fees make a $5 put $5 in my account. Now I don't have to do that anymore, which is amazing, which I was literally doing in May of this year. So that's good. I looked back on like my my savings account statements, and in May, late May, I had to put everything into my checking because I wasn't making money. Because hey, nobody wanted to give me a job, so that's good. Nobody wanted to give me a job. It's good, and everybody who I had a job with found other people, so I had nothing. And then finally, this picked up, which is crazy. But the months in between, I think my first monetized month on YouTube was like, oh fuck, what was it? I want to say it was like March, April, May, June, maybe July. So I was roughing it for a bit, but you know, things are doing much better, and I'm ready for all of it to disappear. But you know, if it doesn't disappear, thanks for 100K. Fuck. I'm not an anxious person at all. I promise you. I am not anxious at all. Okay. Let's look at our topics of the day, because these are going to be great. Let's see. I went through these, and I think you're going to be really proud of me because I found some pretty good ones. All right, let's see. All right. Minnesota man accidentally shoots himself getting corn out of boot at corn maze. Let me read it again. This is from the Duluth News Tribune. As we all know and love, the reputable Duluth News Tribune. Minnesota man accidentally shoots himself getting corn out of boot at corn maze. Accidental shooting occurred at 11:43 a.m. at the Twin Cities corn maze in Brooklyn Park. Okay. This is in St. Paul. And a 38-year-old man shot himself in the upper leg while at a corn maze on Saturday morning. The man had been near the corn pit, a pile of shelled corn akin to the sandbox, and was bending over at the waist, removing corn from his boot when the firearm he was carrying on his hip discharged. Detectives are still working to determine why the firearm was discharged. The man was taken to the hospital. He had a valid permit to carry. That's good. Maybe there's an issue with guns and like carrying. If on a Saturday at 11 a.m. you're going to a corn maze and your rifle or your pistol goes off and shoots you in the leg, maybe there's a problem. So the guy's like, oh, I got corn in my boot. Oh boy, I got corn in my boot. Let me reach down and get the corn out. Bang. Right? Shoots himself in the leg. What the fuck are you doing, sir? And I love that they didn't mention his name, because they should have. They should have. Why is this guy bringing a firearm to a fucking corn maze on a Saturday at 11 a.m.? What were you planning, sir? Who's going to attack you at a corn maze? You can't shoot a scarecrow in the head and get away with it. All right? You can't go to a fucking haunted house with a gun. Literally every actually this is technically the first or the last episode before Halloween. Let's think about other Halloween festivities that you can bring a gun to. Let's see. I'm thinking bobbing for apples. Do people still do that? Or was that like a 1960s thing? Because I've never done that, and it also sounds like I would have to dislocate my jaw to do that. You know? Like, I don't want to deep throat an apple and be like, you know? Yeah, bobbing for apples. Instead of bobbing for apples, you just shoot an apple. You shoot an apple. You say, that's the one I want. Pow. And then you pick it up and then bite it and then swallow the bullet and then shit out a bullet. And then on the way out of your asshole, the bullet goes, phew, and like kills someone. Kills the person who's like standing right behind you as you're shitting, which is cool. Trick or treating. Maybe you could bring a gun too. Let's think about this from two perspectives. So you're handing out candy and you could be armed. There could be like kids knocking, because here's the thing. On Halloween, you don't know if it's going to be a kid knocking or an intruder, right? Because intruders knock. So you go, tuk, 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 tuk. What's that noise? Sorry, we're from St. Paul, Minnesota. What's that noise? I gotta get my gun. You pull it out and it's some kid dressed as fucking Eddie Munson. He's like, Chrissy, wake up. He's like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, sorry. I thought you were an intruder. And then some kid dressed as the Demogorgon pops out and like goes, ah! And then the guy shoots him in the head. I saw Stranger Things. Those things are no good. Thinks that the kid dressed as a Demogorgon is actually a Demogorgon. Those damn dogs. Maybe you could be an adult trick-or-treating and be armed. You know what I mean? So like, you know how like sometimes parents of like younger kids follow up behind the kids to be like, to like help them out a little bit. Or if you're an overprotective parent, you follow your children and make sure that they don't take too much candy. You ever seen that where parents go, I'm sorry, to the person? Like parents stand behind the kid and the kid's trying to have a conversation with the person at the door, and then the parent goes, I'm sorry, let's go, honey. Whoa. Imagine that mom armed. Let's go, honey. Shoots his leg out. No, that's good. Let's go, honey. Does that thing where it's like Russian roulette, and she's like, listen, do that one more time and we'll test our chances. 1 out of 6 chance. What else is there? I said haunted houses, pumpkin picking, apple picking, bullet shooting. I think that's about it. Here's another one that really disturbed me. This is semen sniffing dog brought in by the Cheshire police. This is BBC News. Big black dog. Big black dog. A police dog. Oh, pop-up ads. A police dog who can detect seminal fluid has been welcomed to the Cheshire and North Wales Police Dog Unit. Golden Labrador April, of course it's a girl, qualified as a sexual crime scene police dog following 6 weeks of training from Specialist Officer Steve Gunn. Steve, what did you do to train this poor dog? Oh, sorry, I just, I ejaculated all over the place and then I put some glue all over the place and could try to see if my little doggy April could tell which one's which. I put slime over here, put some glue over here, and put my semen over here. And I was curious to see if it would recognize which one's which. And, she went 10 for 10. She is now one of 3 dogs in the UK specially trained to only detect seminal fluid. All right. Like, okay, I understand it. I think that this is a pretty great thing. That like, yes, you can get a lot more sexual offenders behind bars, but how are you training this dog? This poor thing. 15-month-old pooch. It's a minor too. Can detect as little as 0.016 milliliters of seminal fluid. That's like this much. That's like literally like this much. I know my units. Sometimes years after it has been deposited, like it's a check. Don't say deposited when we're talking about ejaculation. Um, Chief Inspector Simon Newell says, it shows how the skills of the dogs and the handlers play a vitally important role during the sexual offense investigations in scenes where traditional methods wouldn't work. They can detect it where traditional kits can't detect it. All right. They've identified the scent in materials such as vegetation. Okay, well okay. That's really, really interesting. I've never heard of that. But like, that's good, right? I feel sorry for that dog. That dog's whole life is semen. That dog's whole life is semen. That's all it is. It's all it's trained to be. You've got Lassie, okay? You've got puppy playtime pals. What's that show? Papa Playtime? Fuck. I don't remember. You've got Clifford the Big Red Dog, and then you've got the Cheshire Police cum sniffing dog. So that's good. I think it's a good thing. Like, it's fascinating that dogs can detect that, but also it's a hilarious idea. It's the guy who came up with that, the Brit who's like, my dog actually is pretty good at this one thing. And they're like, what? Like, well, I can really sniff out my sperm. Good. We got 2 more stories, and they're going to be great. They're going to be awesome. We've got woman accused of freeing swarm of bees on deputies. Oh my God, that is amazing. This is in Springfield, Massachusetts, where I had a bunch of dance competitions, and I think this is where the Basketball Hall of Fame is. Oh, yes, I love sports. A Massachusetts woman is facing multiple assault and battery charges for allegedly releasing a swarm of bees on a group of sheriff's deputies, some of them allergic to bee stings. Aww, as they tried to serve an eviction notice, authorities said. Rory S. Woods pleaded not guilty at her arraignment on October 12th in Springfield District Court and was released without bail. Okay. Now, how do you plead not guilty to this? She's like, I swear, I know that this is unbelievable, but there was literally a swarm of bees. There was a swarm of bees. I promise you. It wasn't me. I didn't release them. But like, all the photos are of her in beekeeping outfits. So we've got a beekeeper who's using bees as weapons. Let's see. Woods, who lives in Hadley soon. Okay. Went to a home in Longmeadow on the morning of October 12th and were met by protesters, according to the official department report. Woods, who lives in Hadley, soon arrived in an SUV towing a trailer carrying beehives. She started shaking the hives, broke the cover off one, causing hundreds of bees to swarm and initially sting one deputy. Wait. What the fuck? What are they protesting? It doesn't say. Good job, guys. That's good. apnews.com. So this lady gets out of an SUV with a trailer of bees, snaps something off, starts shaking the hives. What do you think's going to happen? Good Lord. Woods, who put on a beekeeper suit to protect herself, well, that's smart, was eventually handcuffed, but not before several more sheriff's department employees were stung. No! Including 3 who were allergic to bees. No! You're allergic to bees? I mean, it probably is like a federal, not a federal offense, but like it's probably very, very illegal to do that, to like, release something on a group of people to specifically hurt them. But, it's fun to read. When Woods was told that several officers are allergic to bees, she said, "Oh, you're allergic? Good." Wow. Oh, you're allergic. Good. What are you protesting? Somebody give me some more fucking information. Hampton County Sheriff Nick Cucci said Woods could have faced more serious charges if anything worse had happened to those stung. We had one staff member go to the hospital, and luckily he was all right. And that's it? I think that's really funny because it's that reminds me of, like, you ever see old cartoons and, like, the evil guy would, like, hurt people in, like, the least in, like, the worst possible way, not in the, like, most gruesome way, but, like, the dumbest way possible, or it's like, I'm gonna throw banana peels at their tires and they're going to flip over multiple times and die. It's like, well, I'm gonna throw tires at them while they chase towards me. Where'd you get the tires from? I'm going to release red ants in your pants. Okay, good. It's pretty attractive, actually. I am attracted to red ants. That dog's gonna have to do an investigation. Yeah, like a real life witch. What the fuck? What are you doing? Why do you have so many fucking bees? If you're a beekeeper, why was she, like, called to the scene? Like, why did somebody who was protesting call her to the scene and be like, you know what to fucking do? Get the bees now. Release the hounds. And by hounds, I mean bees that are important to the environment. And now I'm going to do something that I've never done before. But I'm going to end our news segment with uplifting news. You know, because I get a lot of comments from people saying, Jake, you're so negative. Jake, you're so negative. I'm unsubscribing. And listen, I need 100,000 subscribers. Do you understand? Do you fucking understand? Also, I need to get 3,000 subscribers on this channel. 10,000. 50. 1 million. Here's our good news. Salt Lake City Council votes to move forward with tiny home village to house homeless. Salt Lake City. Wouldn't expect this out of them. Sorry to everybody who lives in Salt Lake City, but I went there once and it was a horrible city. No offense, but I went there once and it sucked. So, don't know what to tell you. Salt Lake City Council is taking the next steps in a tiny home village project that would provide housing for individuals in Utah experiencing homelessness. Leaders with the project want to lease around 8 acres of city-owned land to the Other Side Academy for the construction of a village with 430 tiny homes. Will be used as recovery housing for individuals experiencing homelessness with services and resources to help them advance from the site. The mayor announced this. It seems like this is something that is official. The tiny home village is expected to cost around $13.8 million, which would be largely paid for by contributions and donations. That is so good. The council voted 7-0 to move forward with the project. That's huge. That's so fucking happy. Somebody did the math in the comments. 13.8 million divided by 430 homes is 32,000 per home. Which is really, really great, because I remember on this podcast I previously spoke about how Miami wanted to move, I don't know, like 10 homeless people to an island filled with shacks and fucking shithole places. So this is good. 430 homes going to be put into construction. I'm probably going to get comments that are like, Jake, it's not like that. Everything that I think is like good, I always get comments about that's like, Jake, do you understand what you just promoted? What? I read a headline and I thought it was good. Jake, do you get how damaging that was? I thought that housing the unhoused is good. No, you fucking idiot. No, it's not. People just disagreeing with me for no reason. Getting Instagram DMs like, okay, usually I support you on things, but when you said that you wanted to house the unhoused, I unsubscribed. Good Lord. Thank you, Sherry. They're always named Sherry, and they're always middle-aged. Or super young. Usually it's somebody either with a fully developed brain that was, not made well, or a brain that is not fully developed. usually there's really no in between. Usually it's just like people like me who are like geniuses and like have like the greatest sense of humor in the world. So I guess that's pretty simple, if you know what I mean. Yeah, anyways. I know that this episode was a little bit different just because of the setting, but if it means that I don't have to spend $5 or $10 on a 32 gigabyte SD card, then I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make sure that that does not happen. Okay. So, and also this was much easier to record than over there and then syncing stuff and all that. Like I can probably just upload this with the intro and outro and piece the fuck out, which is awesome. And I could probably, make these come out faster, which doesn't matter because, I post these every week and I haven't missed a week because I'm fucking awesome. Are you kidding me? I have a podcast that I post once a week and I have a channel that I've been posting daily on and I'm going crazy. But I love it. It's great. I love it. It's awesome. Influencing. Abby Lee Miller. I don't know why I said I know why I said Abby Lee Miller. Because the Dance Moms girls used to do this thing. They used to go. And I don't know what this means. Does anybody know what this means? I have no clue. But it reminded me of Abby Lee Miller. Wheelchair Queen. Anyways, thanks so much for watching this. I will talk to you all next week. Subscribe to Hannah's channel, subscribe to my channel, check out my Patreon, check out Never Stop. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye.